Gibbo presents.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm joined by Jaime Hype from Young Hawk, who at the weekend faced off with Soul Supreme at the settlement of All Argument Clash in the Bronx. Jamie, how are you?
Well, I'm fighting a little cold. You know, this New York weather is so crazy, but nevertheless, you know, we're here to talk about the dance.
To start off with, state your case. Tell me why you won this clash.
I mean, it's really simple, Gibbo. All original Clash fans, they know the deal. When you have a dance and the dance is 3 rounds, obviously, if it's 3 rounds, one sound's gonna win 2 rounds, one sound's gonna win 1 round. As of every other dance, if a sound wins 3 rounds straight, then it's a lock off. Now, obviously, if it's an odd number, one sound's gonna have 2 rounds, one sound's gonna get 1 round, and you're supposed to go to dub for dub to decide. Now, what happened in the dance, we had an intro round that was extremely long. Actually, in my opinion, too long for the time that the dance started. In that round, I won that round clear, the warm-up round, but it wasn't a voting round. Going into the first half-hour round, I was actually leading. About 10 minutes before the half-hour round was over, the sound system started to act up a way. It didn't sound clear anymore. So in the middle of the round, it broke my momentum, and I actually stopped the music and told the engineer to tune up the sound, which totally broke the whole vibe of the first half-hour round. When Redface voted, it was kind of close, but Redface gave it to Soul Supreme. I wasn't angry about it because I already had a plan. I knew that in the last round, I had some ammunition to actually win the 3rd round no matter what, to dub for dub. Because in my opinion, and from what I've heard, Soul Supreme, as much money as they spend, their dub for dub, the area of their box, the dub for dub box is weak. But I already knew that I can take the 3rd round. So after the half-hour round, they gave it to Soul Supreme. The following 15-minute round, I ain't gonna lie to you, I felt like I was like low on certain songs, but I already had my final round prepared. So I kind of skated through, laid back, and they won that 2nd round. Now the last round, I started off pretty well, and then I knew I had the last couple bombs to drop. And when I dropped the Tarantula custom, and then I dropped the custom with Chronics calling up their name, the place exploded. And after that, now the crowd voted and gave me the 3rd round, hands down. Everybody in the dance had their hand up, except for, of course, the Soul Supreme corner. But after that, now the fact that we won the round, the Redface, which was the MC, he came up and said, well, the score is 2 for 1. Dub for dub. I asked the crowd if they want dub for dub. The whole crowd said dub for dub. No, right there, Soul Supreme got scared, and he talked about, no, we won 2 rounds, you won 1 round, and therefore there's no dub for dub.
So they said they won all rounds.
Yeah, so that made no sense. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, according to Soul Supreme's scenario, where would the dub for dub come in? No, let's go by Soul Supreme's rule that one sound wins 2 rounds, the other sound loses automatic. Think about it. If the score was 3-0, there'd be no dub for dub. If I were to win 2 rounds and they win 1 round, by their definition, there'd be no dub for dub. They won 2 rounds and I won 1 round. By definition, there's no dub for dub. So where the hell would dub for dub fit in according to their rules? It makes no sense. Now, I'm going to make another point, Gibbo. Sense out of nonsense. They won the 1st round in which we voted, correct? They won the 2nd round in which we voted. So if you had a problem, wouldn't you have contested it right there? Why play the 3rd round? You see where we're making sense out of nonsense right here. If by their definition, the first sound to get 2 points is the winner, then they should have walked out after the first 2 rounds. But they didn't, because they knew that you're supposed to win 3 rounds in order for a lock-off. Now, when they won the 2 rounds and they thought they had me on the ropes and I won the 3rd round, now they're nervous because they know. Let me tell you this, Gibbo. Besides the dance with Next Level, where there was a controversy where he played the rhythm alone, and I said on the mic, he played a rhythm, I won. Besides that Next Level controversy a couple years ago, look at the history. I haven't lost a dub for dub that I've reached to I can't remember. Look back in history. There's never a dance where I reach dub for dub and lose. And Soul Supreme knows this. So when they saw the score was 2-1, they ran up on stage and said that, oh, they're the winners because they won 2 rounds. Which makes no sense. Then after that, after we won, they went back and was writing online and so forth. They had a couple little fans behind them saying that I won no. When you clearly, that's why I like the fact that the whole dance was streamed live. Everyone in the dance can see, you can go back to live stream and see that I won the 3rd round. They're saying, oh, 2 songs can't win a round. Let me tell you this, tell the world this. 1 song can win a round. No songs and a speech can win a round. You know what constitute a round being won? The crowd. The crowd put up their hand and gave me the 3rd round clearly. And to the little people that are writing, 1 or 2 people on the internet saying, oh, Young Hawk got only 2 forwards the whole night. Are you serious? Where were they when I dropped the custom gully bop and called their name and the whole place mash up? Where were they when the whole warm-up round, I erased their round? Where were they when they played Assassin and I played the counteraction? I got crazy forward to the night, Gibbo. The first half an hour was actually mine. And I'm not even going to dispute it because what happened was I started out hot and towards the end of the round, I kind of popped down because the sound system wasn't playing properly and I had to tell the engineer to fix the sound. So they won the first half an hour, fair and square, fine, although the vote was very close. The second 15 minutes, he won that fair and square. I didn't do too well that round. But the 3rd round, I won. And the whole dance was saying dub for dub. Andrew Digital said dub for dub. Redface said dub for dub. And they bullied them their way out and ran like a set of girls. I'm sorry, I don't need like to say stuff like that or style anybody. I shouldn't say girls, because I should say them just run. Big up the ladies, loving them. But they ran because they want another loss under their belt. They couldn't afford another loss. You know me, Gibbo. I don't care. This is Sound Clash. If I lose fair and square, I would have been the first person on this interview to say, big up Soul Supreme, because them win. No, like I typed on the internet, I give them all the props in the world, and I can't take anything away from Jakes. Jakes is a wicked, wicked MC. Soul Supreme is a wicked son in general. Big up Junior P too. Because all during the dance, as much as me there, they accost them and try to say certain things, me and him we broke a side joke here and there. Yo, the man has a powerful sound. But if you have a sound like Soul Supreme that have all the songs in the world, old to new, stop tainting your wins or being afraid to lose by running out of dances and talking about locking off a sound when you did not lock me off. It's clear. You know, the live stream is there. It's clear that I won the 3rd round. So how would you run up the dance?
I need to ask you about one of those bombs you dropped in the 3rd round, the Chronix custom. Tell me the story behind it.
All right, I spoke about it briefly. I give myself a little bit of props. I mean, as for those who know me, I feel like I'm a clean-hearted sound man. I give respect where respect is due. And over the years, regardless of certain things and the little, rumors they try to spread about my song, because, I'm a good selector. I have to give myself a little props. So what ends up happening is people make jokes and other sounds run with it. They come with the slackness thing that they've been saying from forever about tongue rings and all kind of crap. And also, I mean, big up me and him cool on my brother Nasheen. After I won from Innocent, after I won the clash, especially the clash with Blunt Posse, Nasheen made a joke and was like, boy, young Hawk, he must be going to an Obia man. You see, ever since Nasheen made that joke, every sound man in the world runs with this whole Obia man thing, and they try to get a forward off of it. But anyway, in general, I like to say I've been through a little controversy, and I've built friends in this business. And Gilbert, when this dance came up, I've gotten phone calls from quite a few big sounds in the business and say, boy, yo, Soul Supreme, them bad mind, brethren. Yo, me I gonna help you kill some people. And it was about Wednesday of this week, because I was still cutting my songs trying to build up. About Wednesday of this week, I got a phone call and said, brethren, check your email. Me I gonna make sure you kill them fool there. And I'm not gonna say who, because it's irrelevant. When I checked my email and I opened up the email, I said, holy crap. And the Chronixx dub was in there. And I'm like, what? And I played it, and I played it, and I played it. I mean, I see, and I was a little astonished too, because I'm like, well, Soul Supreme spends so much money with Chronixx. Because I didn't know. Could this be real? I played it in my house. I made my woman hear it. I was just playing it. I played it over like at least 30 times, not like back to back, but I was like so excited about it. I just kept listening to it, and it sounded real to me. If it isn't, it's not my fault, really. It's irrelevant. It did what it had to do, which is bust the dance. They're talking about, oh, Chronixx would never do this to me. I will put a video up on the internet. I will make Chronixx say what he has to say. Chronixx can say what he wants to say. Soul Supreme can say what he wants to say. Woman, turn off the water. Yeah, they can say what they want to say, but the bottom line, it was a sound man that I guess had it out for Soul Supreme. And they got that dub for me. I didn't pay $1 for it. I wasn't there when it voiced. I got it in my email, and it sounded right, and I played it. So that's the history behind it. So I was like, and it's a big soul man in the business. So that's why I'm not questioning it. This is a man who said, boy, oh, Soul Supreme, them on the bad mind, brethren. I'm going to show you. More you kill them. And they just sent it to me.
Rito said to me that on Sunday morning, Chronixx got in contact with him and said that he didn't voice the dub. Now that you've had a chance to listen to it a few more times and reflect on things, do you still believe that the dub is authentic?
I give you my honest answer, Gibbo, is it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. Whether it is or isn't, I wasn't there. I'm not Jesus. I can't predict or say what. From what I heard, how it sounds real to me. The video was up. A few people in the dance videotaped it as well and posted it. It sounds real to me. If he did or he didn't, I'm not in no controversy. Big up Chronixx, wicked singer. I spent money with him as well in the past when he came out and he was voicing. I respect Chronixx to the max. Wicked artist. Actually, I write it on the internet all the time. The other day they were asking, who do you feel is the future Garnet Silk or the future Bob Marley? And I wrote Chronixx. Chronixx is one of my favorite singers as well. Whether he did or he didn't do it, is irrelevant. I don't mind. It doesn't make any difference to me. I still respect him as an artist, and if you want to have me up, that's on him, but I wouldn't. If you were in my position and you got an email like that with a song that sounded real to you, you would play it. If Soul Supreme got a dub in the mail from whoever, Bounty Killer, where a man say, yo, use this and kill Young Hawk. And you know, Bunty, my artist or whatever, he would have played it too. So I don't know. Whether it's real or not, to me, is irrelevant.
Your diary's looking pretty full already when it comes to clash bookings for the rest of 2015. Just before I let you go, give me a quick breakdown of your upcoming clashes and your opponents you'll be facing in them. Barrier Free on February the 6th, LP International on February the 21st, and Warrior, who you'll be facing in Italy in March.
Yes, and I also got a deposit for Black Magic from Brooklyn versus Young Hawk 1-on-1. That's going to be happening somewhere in Brooklyn as well. So those are the 4 concrete sounds. I mean, first of all, I want to big up my brother Warrior. You know, and I always write it on the internet. Congratulations. I mean, I remember when he was actually trying to build up to the status where he is now, and now he's touring the world. And me and him, that clash is coming up, and it's going to be an honor to clash Warrior because, you know, like a lot of people don't know, Warrior is the first sound to carry me to Germany ever. And I was the first man to carry Warrior to New York to play juggle in New York City. That's how cool we are. So it's gonna be crazy clashing a brethren. But guess what? When 2 of us are warriors, 1-man warriors, and when we reach on the battlefield, you know, all of the brethren thing put aside. After we war and we give each other some thump and kick, when the dance is done, we go and drink some rum and have ourselves a good time, and we go and be brethren same way. But you know, when we reach the battlefield, the battlefield, the battlefield. The 2 of we are warrior and we understand the thing. So, you know, big up to Warrior. Barrier Free as well, enough respect. I mean, those guys are cool as well. They catch me wicked in Canada already. That Canada dance, and with Innocent as well. So I owe him one. I mean, we played as well in New York in a dance with a whole bunch of us, and I think I could maybe take the credit for pushing them out before me, but nevertheless, I didn't win that dance. So, you know, he has one up on me. Barrier Free has one up on Young Hawk, so I have to catch him back. Wow. So I'm looking forward to that one. And the LP dance, I think, is going to be one of the hardest dances out of all of them, because it's going to be a similar tactic to what Soul Supreme did. Yeah. You know, I know the plan. They're going to try to beat out the box. I only hope that I get a next atomic bomb in my email. Something to help me with LP, because I know it's going to be a hard dance. But either way, any of these songs that I've been clashing now are not walkovers. None of them. You know, even Soul Supreme, and I would say this on video, enough respect to Junior P and the team, because the man put a song together that has a lot of ammunition. Me know Jakes forever is a wicked MC. No matter how you hear we cussing a dance. When the dance done, as you see, we were joking around, pulling the trophy and making jokes. I mean, that's another thing though that I kind of lose with Digital, because me, I said to myself, they did not win that dance. What are they doing with the trophy? I mean, why would you steal the trophy? I thief it. Because there's no way the trophy wasn't presented to them. And that was a little shaky. To me, I tell you the truth, Gibbo, I wouldn't have even taken that trophy home if Andrew handed it to me, because it was like kind of incomplete. And by right, in my opinion, if you are in, all right now, let's kind of also make sense out of nonsense. If it was a basketball game, it's a competition, and a team is leading in the 3rd quarter, and they just decide, oh, I'm leading in the 3rd quarter, I'm leaving. I won because my score was higher than yours before the competition is over. No, it doesn't work like that. To me, that with this dance that just passed, if Soul Supreme were to stand up to me in dub for dub the way they know it's supposed to be and beat me, it would be fair as fair. But to me, if a sound quits before the dance done, it's a forfeit. If the crowd, everyone likes to say this, and that's why, like, you know, when I read some of the comments on the internet, I have to shake my head. Everyone in the dance was saying tune for tune. Everyone likes to say the crowd is the judge. So if the crowd is saying that we need dub for dub and they don't play dub for dub, it should be a loss. To me, Andrew Digital was the promoter. He's the one that makes the rules. He should have put his foot down. That he knows it's not a lock-off. The whole crowd is saying it's not a lock-off. So when they dance by right, they should lose. You know, and then what also annoys me is that when people try to refer to other dances, the circumstances aren't the same. Oh, Poison Dart walked out on Addis. This person walked out on that. I don't business with their dance. The point is, you see, if maybe Soul Supreme won the third round with the momentum and decided to try to run out, fine. You could kind of like see where they might have a valid reason. But to run out of the dance at a point in the dance where I actually took back the dance, because people, they quick to talk, especially the fans of the other sound. I'm not gonna say that they weren't tearing down the place more than I was. They were, but I caught back a momentum. The race is not for the swift, but for those who will endure. I endured and I came out of a pothole and I got two monster forwards that was bigger than any forward Soul Supreme had the whole night. I had the two biggest forwards of the night, and right after my two biggest forwards, you go through the door, it don't look good, as my friend Mataran would have said. Mataran would have said, it don't look good. You ran out at the point when you saw I was coming back, and it doesn't work that way. And once again, to reiterate, if you believed in your heart that 2 points gets you to dance, then you should not have played the third round. Sense out of nonsense. If you got up after the first 2 rounds and say, I won the 2 rounds, so the dance done, fine. But you played the third round. If you honestly believed in your heart that the third round didn't count because you won 2, you should have went through the door after the first 2. You played the third round and saw that I caught up back and catch back our vibes, and they got scared and they ran. To the man that made that Usain Bolt picture with Jake's face on it. That's why he wore the tracksuit, so they could run through the door. Now you ran, and if you leave a competition before it's over, you forfeited. So as far as I'm concerned, Gibber, put it on record, Young Hawk winning streak is still live. More I see who can take it. All right? That's it, go.
Jamie, thanks a lot for your time, and I'm sure with the amount of clashes you have on deck, we'll be speaking again very soon.
Definitely. So I'm here chilling with my daughter. Say something. Say hi to New York, JJ.
No.
She said no. This is my little girl, little Jaime Hype. Who knows, she might be playing music in the future. But I'm scared. I don't want you to play music. Go to school, man. All right. Big up yourself, Gibbo.
Gibbo.